game shows that Dawnguard reluctantly presents You Don't Know Jack. Please don't sue us. Hi, I'm Julie, and I'd just like to take a moment and thank Harry Gottlieb, Andy Poland, Tom Gottlieb, Phil Riederelli, Paul Kay, Axel Malzacher, Kai Tashner, Masatoshi Hamada, Paul Rubens, Andrew Ferguson, James Turner, and Ian Horner for their valiant efforts in a field clearly destined for female domination. So, Dawnguard, what's up with you? Uh-huh. Fascinating. Go on. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't care. Why, hello, chat. Are you ready for some trivia? Good. Walk, don't run to jackbox.tv with the room code that's on screen. For every good touch, these folks get less money. But every time you're wrong, there's a bonus on the line. Go, go, go!
Time for question 1.
Before anything else, up in here tonight. Because they don't lie, what's something that Shakira's hips might say? I'm a single solid bone that's tough as nails. There's a cavity in me where the femur gets all cozy. I'm as symmetrical as a mirror image. What you see on the left is exactly the same on the right. There's no space or hole between us. We're totally solid, babe. Where'd you gone to? Oh, baby. When you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. Shakira and presumably non-Shakira life forms have a socket in the hip bone where the head of the femur fits, allowing Shakira to move her hips from side to side. Next up, what is all that junk inside Fergie's trunk? The answer may surprise you. But what did chat have to say about all this? Yeah, that seems about right. Here's some money. Shh. I was never here.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Your attention, please! Dear Princess Celestia, today I put my literary degree to good use. Which of these is an example of a Faustian bargain?
Twilight asking Discord to make her the perfect princess only to be transformed into an emotionless robot? Pinkie Pie deciding hosting parties is too much work and delegating to Fluttershy? Rarity selling everything she owns to buy gems for Spike only to find out he's in love with Smolder? Or Applejack winning a race against Rainbow Dash by illegally eating a bushel of apples before the race?
What did you guess?
I never learned to read!
Discord is more or less as close to the devil as those ponies would get. Twilight making a deal with him only for it to blow up in her face is the perfect example of a Faustian bargain.
Yeah!
Do you get it? Do you get it? Huh? Yeah, you probably got it.
Why don't we do it with free?
Discover. And really, what is time? And it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read to you 7 things, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's a month from a non-Gregorian calendar or an herb. You only have seconds to choose between a month or an herb. Let's do this. Kislev. Mulan. Baomu. Mammalian. Safar. Termar. Cherville. It's screw time! Introducing
Story time with Julie.
Malproxime e la nestoritai isolejoj de la malmoda fino de la okcidenta spira brako de la galaksio kuŝas malgranda nekonsiderata flava suno. Orbitanta ĉi tion je distanco de proksimume 92 milionoj da miloj estas tute sensignifa eta bluverda planedo kies simidevenintaj vivoformoj estas tiel mirinde primitivaj ke ili ankoraŭ opinias ciferecajn horloĝojn estas sufiĉe bona ideo. Ĉi tiu planedo havas, aŭ prefere havis, problemon, kiu estis jena. La plej multaj el la homoj sur ĝi estis malfeliĉaj dum preskaŭ la plej granda parto de la tempo. Multaj solvoj estis proponitaj por ĉi tiu problemo, sed la plej multaj el tiuj temis plejparte pri la movoj de malgrandaj verdaj paperpekoj, kio estas stranga, ĉar entute ne estis la malgrandaj verdaj paperpekoj, kiuj estis malfeliĉaj. Kaj tiel la problemo restis. Multaj homoj estis malbonaj, kaj la plej multaj el ili estis mizeraj, eĉ tiuj kun ciferecaj horloĝoj. Multaj ĉiam pli opiniis, ke ili ĉiu faris grandan eraron en la unua loko malsuprenirante de la arboj. Kaj iu diris, ke eĉ la arboj estis malbona movo, kaj ke neniu iam devus forlaŝi la oceanojn. Kaj tiam, iun jaŭdon, preskaŭ 2000 jarojn post kiam unu viro estis nalita al arbo, ĉar li diris, kiel bonege estus esti agrabla al homoj por ŝanĝi, unu knabino sidanta memstare en malgranda kavejo en Rick-Mansworth subite komprenis, kio estis tio, ke ĉi tiu tuta tempo malĝuste, kaj ŝi finfine sciis, kiel la mondo povas fariĝi bona kaj feliĉa loko. Ĉifoje ĝi estis gusta, ci funcius, kaj neniu devus esti nalita al io ajn. Bedaŭrinde, tamen, antaŭ ol ŝi povis atingi telefonon por diri al io ajn pri tio, okazis terure stulta katastrofo, kaj la ideo estis perdita por ĉiam. Ĉi tio ne estas ŝia rakonto. What language was I butchering? Latin, Spanish, Esperanto, or Klingon? Did you make smart choices? Pak de fet! Esperanto, la internacia lingvo neniu plue parolas, eĉ ne mi. Serioze, mi ne havas ideon, kion mi just diris. Ĉi tio estis ĉio Google traduko. Bone, revenu al la angla. Unveiling the secrets of... The 1990s were a terrible time to teach kids about geography. Because it's not in the world, where do we know for sure Carmen Sandiego isn't? 3 Mile Glen, Mare Imbrium, Mana Peak, or Gulf Haggis? So, what did you pick? No, that's a gorge in Maine, which I'm pretty sure is on Earth. Mare Imbrium is a crater on the moon, which would put Carmen Sandiego outside of terra firma and make liars out of Rockapella. Though, knowing Carmen, she'll probably just steal the moon and hide it in her hideout. Round 1 has ceased to exist. Here are some numbers to distract you while I sell it on eBay. And inflation is rising. Every question is now worth double.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Now featuring anything but the metric system. How long is an American football field? About 80 James Turners? About 150 large Domino's pizzas? About 2,800 poker chips? Or about 550 American footballs? What did you guess? You really fumbled that one. Of these measurements, 2,800 poker chips end to end would be the closest length. For the Europeans in the audience, that's about 109.7 yottameters. I checked.
Je trouve Jerry Lewis seulement légèrement amusant. 7.
Prepared to be amazed by grave misunderstanding. If Albert Einstein were alive today, what might he say? Ah, help! I'm buried alive in Zurich. Ah, help! I'm buried alive in Berlin. Ah, help! I'm buried alive in Jerusalem. Or, I've been cremated. Let's have a look. You just dug yourself a hole. Albert Einstein was cremated and scattered in an undisclosed location. To make this question accurate, he'd probably scream, "Ah, help! I have no idea where I am. Also, I've many questions."
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
On today's docket, the future is almost here. Because it's set in the past, what future dystopian nightmare are we too late to stop? Minority Report, Total Recall, AI, Artificial Intelligence, or G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra? Where'd you gone to? Ooh, you're out of time. Minority Report is set in 2054. Total Recall is set in 2112, and AI spans from 2142 to 4142. G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra already happened in 2020, don't you remember? Don't miss! Julie explains it all. Considering his work, who's the best scientist to finally explain to the insane clown posse how magnets work? Georgius Agricola, Humphrey Davy, William Gilbert, or Robert Hooke? Who got what? Oh, science, no. See, magnets are objects that can attract or repel certain materials, like iron, because of a special force called magnetism. Inside a magnet, there are tiny particles called atoms, and each of these atoms has smaller parts that act like tiny magnets themselves. In most materials, these tiny magnets are jumbled up and point in different directions, so they cancel each other out. But in a magnet, many of these tiny magnets line up in the same direction. This creates a magnetic field, which is an invisible force around the magnet that pulls on certain materials. Magnets have two ends called poles. One is the North Pole and the other is the South Pole. Opposite poles attract each other while the same poles push away from each other. For example, a North Pole will attract a South Pole, but two North Poles will repel each other. That's why if you bring a magnet near a piece of metal like iron, it pulls it towards itself. And if you put two magnets together, they may stick or push apart depending on how their poles are aligned. Anyway, William worked with like magnets and stuff, so yeah, him.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
And this is Barbecue Down Under. Which of these is an example of an Australian throwing shrimp on a Barbie? Russell Crowe throwing a Litopenius baname on a ghost hunter Barbie? Peter Jackson throwing a Pseudocaris nebulosa on a dance teacher Barbie? Eliza Taylor throwing a Peneus monodon on a dentist Barbie? Or Charlotte Best throwing a Fungia granulosa on an esports gamer Barbie? Let's see what happened. Of this list, Eliza Taylor, Pennius Monodon, and Dentist Barbie is the only combination of an actual Australian throwing an actual shrimp on a profession Barbie actually had.
It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick an answer, the more pride you'll make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, an angel will lose its wings. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Why, I do have legs to stand on. Who or what has that many legs? Good luck.
That's everything! We have a $50 donation from No Donor Account. Good morning from Goshen, Arkansas. Longtime watcher, first-time donator, loving the game show Run It Dawnguard. Shout out to all the players. Always love watching the professional players making this game look so easy. Donating for the all-important low percent frame drop run. Keep all those donations coming and the amazing run going. This event always makes me remember my ever-loving grandma who always told me, "You know